Life gives us great moments with our family and friends. Medicare benefits allow us to get proper care to keep enjoying these moments. But choosing the right plan and benefits can be confusing. With so many choices, you just don't know what to do. That's why I called Espis. They helped me choose a plan just right for me. Call 1-888-988-8072 and let one of their health plan advisors find the right health plan for you. Call now. One call does it all.
South Bay Health and Insurance Services is an insurance agency with highly qualified professionals trained and certified to represent various health care products.
That's right, and Pat Salas is here to share more about the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period and help us sort out what can be seen as a complicated process for many seniors. We want to welcome you to our show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming on the show. So first off, what is South Bay Health and Insurance Services?
So as you said, we call it Espis for short because it's a very long name, and it's an insurance agency that specializes in helping people that have Medicare or Medicare and Medi-Cal find the plan that best suits their needs. So these include Medicare Advantage plans, HMOs and PPOs, prescription drug plans, or Medicare supplements.
Okay, now for our viewers out there with Medicare, can you explain what the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period entails?
It is probably the most important time of the year for anyone that has Medicare. It runs from October the 7th through from October the 15th through December the 7th. That is the period when it opens and then it closes. And what happens during that time is anyone with Medicare can choose a new plan, make changes to the plan they currently have, or choose to drop it altogether and add prescription drug coverage only. I know that sounds confusing, but the trick is this. Every year, people have the option of changing the plan they have along with their Medicare. The problem is many of them don't realize that they can make changes. When you don't realize that your plan can change its benefits yearly and you don't understand that you can choose something else that's better for you, you're stuck with what you did because you made no changes.
Yeah.
By doing nothing, you keep what you have and you end up paying too much out of pocket.
Pat, in your experience, do you find that most people just don't get it, or they don't know that they can make these changes, or what the options are?
You know what I'm very concerned about? Espis is new to Central California, where we just started this annual enrollment period, but we have many years in Southern California. I can tell you that on average, our seniors there who have access to this and they get, they're heavily approached, and they have much more of the marketing materials that come to them all the time. So they're more,
a little bit more informed.
Right, they're more informed by all means. So what happens with them is, in a scale of 1 to 10, a Southern Cal senior that's seen these, I would say, is probably at a level 6 in 1 to 10 on what they know to do during AEP. The seniors that we've seen here, and we've gone through almost 500 since it opened up, are probably at a 3.
Oh, wow.
So they know a lot less because you guys have had less options traditionally in Northern California.
Well, and do you think sometimes too, getting all that heavy marketing, getting all that collateral, sometimes is more confusing because now you're like, I don't know what to do.
Sometimes it's easier to ignore it.
The typical senior we've met tells us, if you see my table, I just dump it all in the trash. So that's where we come in. Instead of dumping it in the trash, we help you navigate through all of it, figure out what makes the most sense, and we're neutral. We represent all of the plans available, so we figure out what's important for you. Some people say, I want a big brand because that's what I had when I was working. It might be a little bit more expensive, that's okay. We have others that go, I can barely make ends meet. I need as many zeros as possible, so we give them that. We really try to cater to what the needs of the person are, rather than say, this is the plan. It's whatever they need.
And it can be confusing. You were telling us in the commercial break some statistics in terms of how many plans were out there and how many choices that they had. Give us some of those numbers again.
Well, I was telling you in Southern Cal, for example, some of my seniors have 15 HMOs to choose from, over 170 Medicare supplements, and like 47 prescription drug plans. So it's like, which one do I go with?
It's good to have the choices,
yeah,
but it's hard to wade through
too many, and that's why all the
one.
mail ends up in the trash because it's just too much information. In Central California, you have less choices, and this is good. You also have less medical groups to choose from, and this is also good. So you have a lot of brand recognition from medical group and brands, and all you need to do is compare. It's one of the things the agency does. We have a daily meeting at one of our 2 locations. Both of them do it every single day at 10 a.m. And I don't know if the addresses are going to be on the screen later, but they'll be able to come to any of the meetings Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. and do a full comparison for their county. Now for Sacramento, what we do is we send people to their homes instead of doing the meetings here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
I was
so
just
they'll
going to
come
ask
to the
you, so
house.
how is the process when someone calls you? What happens from there?
They can call our offices, and either they can choose to come see us. We have an office in Stockton and another one in Modesto. When it's a Sacramento client, we have 2 days a week when the reps are actually here in Sacramento, and they can go to the home of the senior and help them at home.
Nice.
And all of our services are free of charge, so there's no fee.
That's so
Okay,
nice.
and we've got graphics to show our viewers at home too. Give us the locations again.
So one of them is in Stockton, and our address in Stockton is 2609 East Hammer Lane, and that's on the corner of Hammer and Lorraine.
Okay.
Our second office is at 1521 North Carpenter Road, Suite E2 in Modesto, California, and that's in the Social Security building. They're our neighbors, so we're in the same building.
And what a great service you offer, especially free of charge, like you said, because just
no
to
fee.
wade through all that information and to have someone that is the expert really makes you feel better.
Well, and to get our insurance through a company, we
Yes.
only have so many choices, and sometimes you're like,
I know,
Do
it's
you
hard.
find that with the choices that you have, that most people find something that really fits and they're happy with?
Always. I haven't had one person leave without something that that made sense to them. We've had people that don't need us, that we've said, you know what, you have employee benefits because you retired from this large company. You don't need us at all. We had a gentleman that was a UC Davis retiree, and he came in and I said, why are you here? And he said, I don't know. And I said, no, you don't need anything. Please don't ever change. Stay the way you are. He had a great benefit.
Oh, that's great. Well, it's just nice to have peace of mind. Pat, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
With
us.
Espis. I got it down. Espis, right?
Espis.
Okay, I got it.
This segment was paid for by South Bay Health and Insurance Services.